Okay. So today I am going to deal with the subject metallurgy. It is for third year mechanical engineering student. Myself Professor S. A. Jeurkar. So I will start with the introduction. Metallurgy is one of the important subject in mechanical engineering. Basically, it is in the production branch of mechanical engineering. As you know that mechanical engineering is divided into three different categories: design engineering, thermal engineering and production engineering. So metallurgy subject is basically with production engineering of mechanical engineering. So what is metallurgy? So for that we have to understand some basics about chemistry. So metallurgy starts with chemistry. So the background of chemistry is important for metallurgy. So generally metallurgy is defined as that branch of engineering which is for extraction and processing of metals and alloys at profit. So metallurgy basically comes under the title materials. So materials are of different categories and types, starting from wood, then glass, then ceramic, metals, rubbers, plastics. Different types of materials are there. So under this heading, so we are having metals. So generally chemistry defines metals are the materials having metallic bond. So metallurgy is that branch of engineering which deals with metals. But it is not only metals, but it is metals and alloys. So it is metals and alloys. So I will try to explain this particular with reference to metals and alloys. That means we deal with metallurgy with metals and alloys. So whenever we talk with metallurgy, the first part is that what is metallurgy? Metallurgy is the extraction process. So we call this as extraction. So extraction of what? Extraction of ore. Ore is the raw material for any of the metal. So we call it as ore. So here we have to understand two parts. The processing of ores is done by mining engineer as well as metallurgical engineer. So mining engineer and metallurgists both are responsible for this extraction of ore, and number of processes are common for mining as well as metallurgists. So whenever a mining engineer completes his work, so generally the work of metallurgist start. So when I say metallurgy, now metallurgy is having its own branches. Now these branches starts like this. The first part is extractive metallurgy, in which there are three different categories. First is pyrometallurgy, second is hydrometallurgy, and third is electrometallurgy. So these are the three different branches of metallurgy under the title extractive metallurgy. Now this is conversion of ore into metal. So that is extractive metallurgy. Now the second part is the physical metallurgy. Now the physical metallurgy deals with the foundry processes, preparation of different alloys, testing their properties, testing their mechanical and other properties, chemical properties and so on. Then we may start with what is called as the chemical metallurgy, or many times this chemical metallurgy is called as the corrosion metallurgy. Corrosion metallurgy, which deals with the chemical properties of the material, specifically for the properties based upon corrosion. Then we may have another type of metallurgy, it is called as mechanical metallurgy. Now mechanical metallurgy is that branch of metallurgy which deals with the properties of metals and alloys when they are treated with mechanical forces like load, force, then compression, tension and so on, torsion and so on. So generally this particular is related with the manufacturing processes, that is the rolling, forging, extrusion, wire drawing, which are generally the processes covered in the second year metallurgy courses. So that is called as the mechanical metallurgy, and we are having a very specific branch of metallurgy. It is called as the powder metallurgy. Now this powder metallurgy deals with the manufacturing of different types of alloys and components, specifically where the raw material is powders. So these are called as the branches of metallurgy, that is extractive metallurgy, physical metallurgy, chemical metallurgy, mechanical metallurgy and powder metallurgy. So this is in short the branches of metallurgy which are dealt with different metallurgies. In third year mechanical course, generally we restrict ourselves for the physical metallurgy and powder metallurgy. This is not covered in this particular one. Mechanical metallurgy is not covered. This is the branch basic fundamental, so we not cover. So physical metallurgy and powder metallurgy are covered in the third year metallurgy course, while the rest of the things in this particular scope of metallurgy is not included. So that is all about this fundamental classification of metallurgy. So now we will start with the other parts. Now see, why metallurgy is included in mechanical engineering syllabus? Because in mechanical engineering syllabus we require different component manufacturing, either by casting techniques, then rolling techniques, forging techniques, powder metallurgy techniques, then welding techniques and so on. So here we have to understand what are the properties of this particular alloys or say metals which are dealt or which are required for mechanical part. But before that, we will just try to study why metals are so much important in mechanical engineering. Metals are having different properties. Now what are the different properties of metals? Now metals are having chemical properties, they are having physical properties, then they are having mechanical properties, then they are having electrical properties, they are having thermal properties, and 6, the magnetic properties. Now these particular properties, if you try to find out typically for metals and alloys, you will find that these properties are optimum in metals and alloys. For example, if you try to compare ceramic with metal, you will find that ceramics are having excellent thermal properties, they are having good hardness, but they are very brittle. That means they cannot give you magnetic properties, they cannot give you mechanical properties or electrical properties. If you consider a rubber is having typically, say for example, the plasticity, that means some mechanical properties, but it will never be having electrical property than magnetic properties. Likewise, if you consider all types of metals and materials which are existing, you will find that metals and alloys are having the optimum property in all these categories, and that's why in mechanical engineering we require the study of metals and alloys, or in short metallurgy. So here you will find that in this metallurgy subject there are different chapters, in which first chapter deal with ferrous alloys, that means study of ferrous alloys. Second chapter deals with the heat treatments. The third chapter deals with the composites and nanomaterials. The fourth chapter deals with non-ferrous alloys. The fifth chapter is for testing, that is destructive testing and non-destructive testing. Okay, and the last chapter is for powder metallurgy. So you will find that in this particular course, practically everything regarding the metals and alloys required for mechanical engineering is covered. So ferrous alloys starts with use of iron, then use of steels, variety of steels, variety of cast irons and alloy cast irons. Heat treatments are the procedures of heating, soaking and cooling so that the properties of materials, that means typically steels, are changed so that they can be made hard or soft. Third is the composite and nanomaterials. These are the latest group of materials which are manufactured by different combinations, that is metal matrix composite, ceramic matrix composite, fiber reinforced composite. Then we are having different varieties of nanomaterials. So this is the first section or which deals with the fundamental. The second section deals with non-ferrous alloys. Non-ferrous alloys are aluminum alloys, copper alloys, zinc, tin and other alloys which are having typical applications in lightweight applications as well as in corrosion. Then fifth chapter deals with the testing and of destructive as well non-destructive. Destructive testing gives you the mechanical properties of material. Non-destructive testing is the qualitative type of analysis which gives you the details about the quality of the material, presence of a defect or not and so on. And lastly the powder metallurgy. The powder metallurgy deals with the manufacturing process where the raw material is powder, where we can have mixing of different powders to obtain certain properties. So in short, the metallurgy covers all these things. Apart from this, the syllabus also contains the practicals which deals with the chemical analysis, macro examination, micro examination, then heat treatments, then study of different varieties of steels and cast irons, non-ferrous alloys, as well as the testing in category of destructive as well as non-destructive testing, where destructive testing starts with tension, compression, hardness, creep and other tests, while non-destructive testing start with the dye penetrant test, magnetic particle test and other tests, so that you can understand the quality of the material. So this is the property of the material, this is the quality of the material. So in short, the metallurgy covers everything regarding metals and alloys. Now the most important point is why we have to study metallurgy. Now see, metallurgy subject itself is a branch. That means this particular subject can fetch you a job. That means all these chapters, that is ferrous alloys, that is related with the foundry processes. So you can get a job in the foundry. Heat treatments are the heat treater shops are there, which is a very big industry. So to change the properties of material. Composites and nanomaterials are the modern day technique, manufacturing materials starting from the rubbers, plastics and their composition. Then nanomaterials are the new upcoming techniques specifically in biomedical fields. Non-ferrous materials and alloys are specifically required in corrosion application, lightweight applications in industries where lightweight applications are required, specifically aerocraft industry. Then testing, destructive and non-destructive are the laboratory practices which are available in the industry, and powder metallurgy itself is a manufacturing process. In short, the metallurgy subject can fetch you a job. Now that is why this is very important. Second point is that around 60 to 70% of the materials required in mechanical engineering are metals and alloys. So we have to study these metals and alloys so as to design a particular component for a given application, or vice versa. If the application is known to you, how to select the material. So at the end of this particular subject, you will be in a position either to design a product with a given material, or if you know the application, you can select the material for a given application. So the study of metallurgy, theory as well as practicals, can give you all these details so that you can get a job in this particular one, because I already said metallurgy is not a subject, it is itself is a branch. Each and every chapter can give you a job in that respective field. Thank you.